Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Zenzo Healing. I am Zenzo, aka Goddess Loose. I hope everyone is doing okay. So today we have a special reading. I like to say a special deep reading. It is October, aka spooky season. You know, Halloween is in October. So I definitely wanted to do like a Halloween theme, spooky theme tarot reading, tarot topic. And I'm all about self-awareness and healing, you know. So I wanted to bring this topic up because sometimes dealing with our shadow side can be a little spooky. It can be scary. It can bring uncomfortable, fearful memories, feelings, anxiety, you know. Your shadow side is, if you didn't know, it's just, think about like the darkness within you, your insecurities, your traumas, the things that you want to hide away from other people, even from yourself, you know. It's like our skeletons in the closet, the things that, you know, we want to not really look at sometimes, the things that we don't really want people to know about us, you know. But personally, for the past year, I have been dealing with my shadow side. And if you are on a spiritual journey, whether you're spiritual or not, or you're just trying to heal yourself or just bring more self-awareness, you have to deal with your shadow side. You have to. Think about the yin yang. You know, the yin yang has a white side and a black side. It has a light side and a dark side. We all have a shadow side. We all have a light side. We all have love, but we also all have, I don't want to say hate, but, you know, all of us got those toxic traits. All of us have those low vibrational, we all have low vibrational, sometimes occasionally we have low vibrational feelings, thoughts, memories, traumas, you know, but that makes up who we are. They all made us to be who we are now. You know, some of them don't define us. Some people might let their insecurities, their shadow sides, their traumas define them. They don't have to, but they definitely do make up of who you are. You know, they bring you to where you're at now, you know. So I see this as a special reading because you're gonna be going down deep, you know. And I am such a positive person. I'm always thinking about the positive side. I'm always thinking about the light side. My name literally means light, you know. But sometimes my ego doesn't like looking at the darker stuff, doesn't like looking at the, you know, not light side, you know. So sometimes it's a humbling moment for myself to look at that side, because I have to. You have to look at that side in order to heal. There can't be light without darkness, and there can't be darkness without light. And you can't find light without going into the darkness. And you wouldn't know what the light is if you always were always in the darkness. You know, that's why there's a balance in life, you know. And I'm such like a big advocate like about that, like a big sayer. Like I preach the yin yang. I preach, you know. My first tattoo was the yin yang. I don't know why, but it kind of all makes sense now, because, you know, life is a balance. There's always going to be good in the bad and bad in the good, you know. You could always point out the bad in something good. You could always point out the good in something bad, you know. You just kind of have to let yourself. Okay. So there is some notes I wanted to bring up. Since we are going to be dealing with the shadow side, this could potentially bring up some triggers. So I definitely wanted to bring a trigger or say a trigger warning, potentially. I don't know. This could bring up insecurities, thoughts, memories that you might push away, that you don't like thinking about, that you don't like feeling, that you don't like revisiting, you know. So I just wanted to put that out there. I kind of wanted to also give you a moment to really decide if you want to watch this now, if you want to watch this later, or you're just, you know, you're just not ready to hear this, which is totally okay. I don't mean to like feel like I'm scaring you or anything like that, but sometimes the truth hurts, you know. Sometimes people are afraid to go within their own darkness. Some people are afraid to go within their own depth, you know. And so I just wanted to be real and just tell you guys that. But I do want to let you know, if you do end up watching the video and this does end up resonating with you on some way, shape, or form, level, then I congratulate you and I thank you, and your soul thanks you, and you are a brave being. You are a real one for staying and listening to what I have to say about the not so good parts about yourself. And sometimes, you know, they're known to be something as bad and negative and push away, like our skeletons in the closet. But sometimes, like, you can just embrace that. Like, yeah, I know I'm a bitch, or yeah, I know I'm this, like, but that doesn't define me, or I know how to make that work for me, you know. Because when you learn how to utilize your own shadow self, your light and dark aspects are going to be working with each other, and it's like, it's magic, you know. So that's why I'm also bringing this up, because it isn't just to heal and make you guys triggered and all that stuff, but it's like also to like learn how to work with it and not to be afraid of it and to embrace it. Because we all have a light side, we all have a shadow side, and I'm here to bring that to you. Another note that I want to bring up is that I want you to pay attention to the reading, obviously, but the things that I'm saying, the things that I'm bringing up, I want you to pay attention to your senses. How are you feeling? What are you feeling? What thoughts are coming up? How's your body feeling? What thoughts are coming up? What memories are coming up? What traumas are coming up? What ideas are coming up? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? What are you hearing? Connect with your senses. You know, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? Just so that you can kind of like immerse yourself into this experience, into this video, to this reading, you know, to truly grasp on what is happening, what is going on, what is being said to you. Because I want you to consciously absorb what I'm saying, to really see if it connects with you. And for some reason, I'm getting like the subconscious right now, so some of you might not right away like get this, or like might be a little confused. If you're feeling too confused, or you're trying to make something fit, you've gone too far. But if you feel a little confusion, but for some reason like you can't connect with it, or no, I don't want to say connect with it, or it's just kind of like there feels like there's like a wall or something, pay attention to that. That could be something. That could be like your own ego, like, no, whoa, like, we kept this door closed for a reason. Like, why is this door trying to open up right now? What is coming through that door? Like, I'm getting like, how I was going like this, I'm getting like, bitch, back the fuck up, you know? But yeah, pay attention. So that's some like, feel. If you have to cry, I'm giving you the space to cry, to open up, to, you know, I'm not judging you for this, because I'm not perfect either. I have a shadow side too, you know. I've had mistakes, I've had failures, I don't want to say I've done people wrong, but like, you know, like I've done stuff that didn't seem right in another person's eye, you know. So, you know, I promote healing and self-awareness and all that, but I had to learn all that by learning my own mistakes, facing my own shadow side. So Yeah, I'm giving you guys a space if you have to cry, feel unconditional love for what has happened, forgiveness. You know, this is the space for it. Right now, the moon is in Sagittarius while I'm filming this. I'm not recording this at the usual time that I do it. I have a certain day when I record, and I'm definitely like, I don't want to say I've been putting it off, but like, I knew this was going to be a topic that could potentially be heavy. But I just wanted to film this at the right time when I had enough energy, you know. So here I am filming now. Definitely got a new do. What do you guys think about the new hairstyle? It's definitely different for me. I haven't had bangs in a while. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, the moon is in Sagittarius, so I want to apologize in advance if I end up saying something too bluntly, and or if I seem insensitive, and that's not my intention. So that's why I'm letting you guys know that beforehand, so that if you do feel that way, I don't mean that. But also pay attention to that, because if you're getting mad at me for saying something that triggered you, that has to do more with you than me. Just saying, you know, I'm just the messenger, you know. Don't shoot the messenger. And I gave you a warning too, like, if you don't think you can handle this, then don't watch it, you know. But like I said, if you are gonna watch this and you do end up resonating with it, if you do end up resonating with it, you're a brave soul, you know. So yes. Some last notes. As usual, you're allowed to pick more than one pile. You can watch all of them. You can watch one. There might be a message in all of them, or just one. The timestamps for each pile is going to be in the description box. So check out the description box, so it's going to be easier to get to your pile. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for my channel so that you don't miss any of my content. All right. So we have 3 piles. 3 piles. Pile number 1 is going to be, I'm going to say Rainbow Moonstone. I think it's the Rainbow Moonstone. I'm a little upset. I think Rainbow Moonstone. I'm going to say Rainbow Moonstone for now. I'm a little upset because I forgot the name. But yeah, Rainbow Moonstone. It's like black and white. It's cute. Pile number 2 is going to be my lapis lazuli. This is one of my favorite stones in general, but also like this is one of my favorite stones, and it has such a good story behind it. I don't say, yeah, when I got it, I want to say that. So pile number 2, the lapis lazuli. Pile number 3 with the labradorite. This is like becoming one of my favorite stones. So yeah. But the labradorite, pile number 3. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. See you guys at your piles. Pile number 1, if you chose the Rainbow Moonstone, then this is your pile. So I have 3 decks, and I pre-shuffled some cards. So we're gonna get into the reading. I pulled out, what is it? An archetype card, tarot, and a shadow side. Shadow cards. A shadow card. Yeah. I don't know why that sounded weird. A car or a shadow. You might like cars. I'm getting Aries energy already. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I just want to let you guys know I don't have my glasses on, so if I'm squinting, if I look weird or something, that's why. And then I recently just got bangs, and they just been in my eye. So yeah. But yeah, let's appreciate the eyes real quick. The eyeshadow. I wanted to do a dark eye. Low-key, I actually did this. I went out on Friday and I did this look with an intention. And I was like, oh, this would be a good look to do for this reading. So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the dark and then the light, you know. So, yeah. Anyways. First card we have is Warrior. Light attributes: strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Shadow attributes: trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. And then for this pile, I got 2 tarot cards. So we have the Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. I think it's kind of funny because it kind of gives like light and dark. It's kind of like a little dark in this one, and then like this is giving like yin yang energy. Like you see how like this is supposed to be like all dark and he's like all gloomy, but then we have like the gold and then the moon right here, the yellow. So it's like the darkness within the light. And then this card is like all light, all yellow, but then the horse is dark. So this is giving yin yang. So like I said, Aries, Cancer energy right now. What else? Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces. And then for your shadow card, you have manipulative. Let go of wanting to exert power over someone or a situation. Do you need to work on your self-esteem? And I knew there was going to be a power where like a pile where it was going to like be very like trying to be controlling and or like requiring or needing to feel powerful. It was really soft right there for a second. You could have soft skin. You might like soft skin. You might moisturize a lot. Random, but yeah. Okay. What is your shadow side pile number 1? I'm going to read the booklet for the Warrior card. Okay, what I'm getting is that you might not like to look at your shadow side. You may not really realize that there is a shadow side, or you don't really like looking at your insecurities. You might be insecure in some way, shape, or form. So you might fill that insecurity with material items, with money, with buying the best car or something like that. Yeah, because especially with like the horse, it's like I need to have like a nice ride to like compensate for how I feel inside. I'm kind of also getting like maybe you might not know your soul too much, or you're still in the process of like learning yourself. So that's also like you don't really know too much of your light side either. Or you might not even believe in yourself as much as that you wish or hope to. There could have been a situation where like you walked away or someone else walked away and it left you kind of like in a vulnerable state, and or you were in a situation where you didn't have control over that. You might have just started like a new job at that time. You might have just moved. I'm seeing like a ranch for some reason. Like I see like plains, hills. You could have been on a ranch or something. Maybe you were just like experiencing life by yourself. feel like I'm getting something very specific. It's kind of hard to connect with this energy because I'm kind of just like, what do I do? Like, I don't know how to move, like, from here, you know? So you're probably not familiar with your shadow side. And I just do want to make a quick note. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for being brave enough. Thank you for being a brave soul to watch this video and to pick this pile. Because if anything, you might have been intrigued. You might be a risk taker in some way, shape, or form. You're like, what does she have to say? Nothing can scare me or something like that. Or maybe even just like, I don't know, just like curious. You let your curiosity, you follow your curiosity, you know. Take what resonates, you know. But yeah, I don't think you're too familiar with your shadow side, or you don't really look at all your skeletons in your closet. You might know a couple, but then you don't really give them too much thought, too much energy. You might even think like you're a good person, you know. So it's like, why do I need to look at that or something like that? Or I'm a good person, I don't have like a bad side or something like that. I'm hearing prideful and ego. So even having that mindset, like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm a good person. It's making me think of Snooki, and she's like getting arrested all like faded as fuck, and she's like, I'm a good person. Like, sometimes our shadows, like, we could be a good person, but sometimes our shadows make us act out in ways that don't seem like a good person. Like in the beginning of the video, I said I intentionally never really like betrayed someone or did someone wrong, like intentionally. Like I meant to make them feel that way. I wanted to hurt them. I've never, at least I don't think so. Again, intentionally, I don't really ever did that to someone. But at the time, I did something to a friend that she didn't see in her eyes that was right. And in my eyes, I was like, I didn't think that was going to be a problem. But in her eyes, that was a problem. And that ended up breaking us up. Like that ended our friendship. Because I thought that was right, but she thought that was wrong. And for a while, I was like, well, you know, like, I guess it just didn't work out, you know. But now I come to realize I see why that was wrong in her eyes. And I put myself in her shoes and thought, you know, actually, I think I would have felt the same way, you know. So I think you guys might lack perspective in some way, shape, or form of another person. I don't want to say that you could be selfish, or you're very self-interested, or you're very focused on yourself. I'm going to say that. And so that kind of like, I don't know, that kind of gives like, I don't know, maybe you do think about other people, but you think about yourself more, or you're worried about yourself more than others. So it's like, oh, I did that for my benefit, you know, or something like that. So I don't know why that's making them feel some type of way or something like that. Something about like not really like understanding the other person's point of view, especially with the example that I just gave. It's kind of giving like, oh, what was wrong in that situation? What was wrong in that situation? You know, like, I can't find the right words right now. Like, there's literally like a mental block right here. So I feel like there's something that you're not seeing clearly within your own self and within your own life, and maybe like how you connect with other people. And the time that I'm recording this, it is Libra season. So you could, it would be a good thing to do. I recommend talking to people about their own mistakes, about their own shadow side. I said this in my Libra new moon video last week that I posted, so I'll go ahead and check that out. But I said that Libra learns themselves through other people, because Aries is the opposite. And I did feel Aries energy in here, and low-key they can, fire signs in general, so Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries can be very self-focused. I don't want to say that they're selfish, but they're very more focused on themselves first and then other people. That's why they can come off selfish. But that's why I was like, with Aries, like, Aries can be a little selfish. They have, there's a first zodiac, so just kind of think of like the babies, you know. I don't mean to offend no one. If you are getting offended, that says something about you, not me. You could be childish or react in ways that other people don't see as like the right way to react, or it's not the best way to react to a situation, or you could just react immediately and it's like you don't think about it until after. Like that's I'm getting that risk taker vibe where it's like you're like very impulsive and you just do something and then you don't realize like what you just did until after. You know, but I haven't read the book yet, so I'm gonna get into that. But like this one is like I don't think you know how deep you go. I don't think you know your shadow side. And so like there's like an introduction, like this whole time that I've been talking feels like kind of like an introduction, like still feels like the introduction. We're like 13 minutes in already. So I didn't like how I said that. We're like 13 minutes in. So I don't know, you guys could be young. I feel like you guys have like a youthful energy to you, that you're still young. So some of that could just be because you're young, you know. When I was 20 years old, when I was like 18 or whatever, I felt like I was mature for my age. So I'm like, bring on the grown shit, you know. But then now I'm 25 and I'm like, I really didn't know shit, you know. Like I think I was still mature for my age, but I definitely could not have handled what I'm going through now, you know, then. So that's why I'm like, I think it's just like kind of like a mindset thing, and you're still growing up, and it's okay. It's okay. We all are there at one point. I was there at one point, you know. So don't worry. It's a process. So warrior, soldier, crime fighter, Amazon, mercenary, gunslinger, samurai. You might like swords, you might like fighting, you might like boxing, you might like guns. This is giving like a boy's boy. Like you like that hardcore shit, if anything. Like yeah, like I said, like guns, swords, fighting, like WWE Raw or something like that, wrestling, boxing, anything like that, you know. I'm also getting like betting. Like I don't know if you like to bet money like for these type of things. You might be like a gamer, or you like watching like sports or something like that. I don't mean to like categorize you at all if it seems that way, but that's what I'm getting, you know. Represents physical strength and the ability to protect and fight for your rights. Yeah, definitely giving fighter energy. Like you will defend yourself, and that's why sometimes like you don't realize that like the way that you come off, the way that you react, the ways that you come off like really defensive. When you are defensive, you don't realize that like you're coming off really like, what's that word? Sometimes you can come off like volatile, or really like headstrong, or like just kind of giving like, I don't want to say like a nasty attitude, but like coming off as like, sometimes the way that you come off is kind of ugly. Like that's what wants to come up is like ugly. Like you don't realize how ugly that can come off. Snarky, like entitled sometimes. I'm gonna stop right there. Linked to invincibility, loyalty, and the passage from boyhood to manhood. And what did I say? Like, you could be, if I'm speaking to a man, I'm sorry if you are a female, but you might just be a female in her masculine energy. But if you are a male, you associate with being a male, and in your masculine energy, there's some growing up to do. Just because you have a job, just because you have money, just because you have your own place, just because you have material items or things that make you feel or seem like a man, just because you have your dogs, your bros, your group, doesn't make you a man. Yeah, you're a man, but that doesn't make you a man. A man that's able to know when to apologize. A man that knows when he's wrong. A man that is able to get in touch with his feelings. To be vulnerable with another person, whether that's family, with his friends, with his partner. That is like the opposite side. That's like a healthy feminine, healthy masculine. So this is also kind of like, I think you might like shy away from like feminine qualities, like, oh, I don't like getting my nails done because that's like a bitch thing to do, or like makeup, or like just stuff like that, you know, like things that are associated with women, like feelings and talking and being sensitive, like that. Embrace that. Don't shy away from that, because a part of you wants that. So I don't know if you guys grew up in like a very hostile, that was the word I was trying to get earlier, but you might have grown up in a hostile environment where it was just kind of like, grow up, stop crying, stop doing that. And so that's like that's like drilled in your temple, that's drilled in your mindset, that's drilled in your subconscious, that stop acting like a bitch, stop being like a baby, like, no, like, unlearn that. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have your feelings hurt. It's okay to feel sensitive at times. That's kind of like can lead to like toxic masculinity, you know? Maybe that's where like the manipulative card is, where it's like, oh, you like are so defensive sometimes. Oh, you come at me this way and like you can only see your point of view. You can only understand your emotions, but you can't see other people's point of view. Let go of wanting to exert power over someone or a situation. Do you need to work on your self-esteem? And a part of that too is kind of like, why do you need to control so much? Why do you feel like you need to be in so much power? Are the elites, the people who run the world, have to have power. They have to feel like they have to have a lot of money to have power. And you see how like the world is being ran? Like this shit is like fucked up. Like you don't want to have that power, like that ultimate power, you know? And to have a lot of power is to have a lot of responsibility too, because you can manipulate people. I don't know if you're bigger than other people. I don't know if you're more richer. I'm hearing like if you have like a bigger dick or something like that doesn't mean anything, you know? Like, to like ask yourself, why do you need to be in that such egotistical, that such powerful state of like, I don't know, like, you just have to work on yourself. You really need to look at yourself in the mirror. And sometimes that's even hard for people to do, is look at themselves in the mirror and be like, what is my darkness? What is wrong with me? It's okay for there is something to be wrong with me. I can always improve in something. What do I need to heal within myself? You know? I don't know if like also like if you go through a breakup, or like, I'm kind of getting like a feminine energy right now. So I don't know if you had like a mother that was just so tough on you, that was so rough on you. Maybe you didn't have a mother, or, you know, like you didn't have the best type of mother growing up, or parental figure, feminine figure. This could even be like a father. You might not even have like the right father. You could have been absorbing your own father's energy, or whatever masculine was like present in your life at that time. Take what resonates. I'm still not done reading this. But yeah, like, just because you have money, a car, your own place and stuff like that doesn't make you a man. Are you loyal? Are you noble? Are you honest? Are you able to know when you're wrong? Are you able to apologize when you're wrong? You know, and sometimes though, that's hard to even do, you know? But for you to even say sorry, or bring up a conversation, or even just talk about your feelings, now that's brave. Now that is brave. Can also be female. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Can also be female, as in the legendary Amazon tribe of warrior women, and has emerged once again through women who liberate and protect others who need representation. Mercenary and soldier of fortune are variations on the hired killer who sells his power with complete disregard for the cause. Gunslinger and samurai appeal to your fantasies of independence and self. Oh shit, this card has a lot. And it's the last card. self-defense, yet they also carry the historic weight of predatory evil. So if anything, maybe you're like, this is like even like genetics or like ancestry. Like maybe your ancestors like hold in this thing, like your like you could be like Mayan or something like that. Like have descendants in like in Mexico or something like that. It doesn't have, you don't have to relate to this, or like natives or something like that. Like maybe even your ancestors had to fight off people who they had to be in this energy to fight off like evil, or fight off people, places, things, animals that like could potentially harm them, you know. So this could be like running through your blood, and it can go that deep, you know. You might like anime, you might like you might be Japanese, or you like Japanese shows or like that culture, you know. And like I said, you might like guns and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm getting like a man's man, like a boy's boy, man's man, like the typical male things that we associate with males, men or whatever, is like that's what it feels like. So I feel like you try to, I don't know if you try or you just are naturally attracted to stuff like that, but like things that make a man or that are considered like manly things, you do. So you might have like a good skill set too, like you might be like a handy worker, you might do hard labor and stuff like that. If you do, hey, that's cool. I think that's cool, you know. I find that attractive in a man, you know. So that's cool that you do that. But then there's also like that other balance of like, it's okay to be soft, you know. You don't want to be walking around with your dick out like I'm the hardest motherfucker out here. Like, it's okay. If you're a woman, like, you don't gotta be walking out here with your fucking tits out like I'm the baddest bitch here. Like, fuck you. I don't need to obey you and shit like that, you know. And if you're a woman, like, you might not like to conform or to submit to other people, you know, places or things or something like that. I'm still not done with this page. And their favorable aspect, they all warn you when you're in danger of aligning your might with an unjust or purely self-interested cause. The spiritual warrior pioneered by Dan Millman, these people's names that I can't pronounce, and others direct you to use the classic warrior virtues of heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice for conquering the ego and gaining control of the inner realm. Shadow warrior distorts or abandons ethical principles in the name of victory at any cost. Look for a lifetime commitment to courageous battle wherever and whenever and wherever necessary. Oh my gosh, we're at 24 minutes, but I feel like this is going to be the longest reading just because you guys are not connected with your shadow side. So I want to be here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to explain this to you guys because you guys are powerful. You guys don't need these external things to make you feel like you're powerful, or to make you feel like you're the man, or to make you feel like the female, the woman. Like, you could still be that bitch without having to be a fucking bitch. You know, you don't have to be a man. You don't have to have all these things, these outside things, these earthly things to make you feel more of a man. It's all about the inside. You could have all these things but be fucking rotten in the inside. And I don't want to say that's where you're at. Maybe that's depending who I'm talking to. You could. But these things are rotting you. These things are actually not making you, like, it's making you more of like having a toxic masculinity. Or just like feeding your ego, feeding the lower self. You want to feed the higher self, the more soulful, the more spiritual self, rather than the earthly, physical, low vibrational self. Our low vibrational self is supposed to keep us and not want us to experience life on a grander scale. Our higher self wants that. Our lower self wants to think greed, the self. What can benefit me, you know? Your ancestors might have been in a tribe, you know, or even like a small tribe, so they had to protect themselves even more or something. I'm kind of getting, so I feel like to help with your shadow side is also, so heroism and stoicism, with those two, I'm kind of getting like Be more selfless. Be more open to helping people. Be more to consider other people's feelings. Ask people, like, oh, how did that make you feel? Like, oh, I noticed that I came off this way. Did that make you feel some type of way? I want to know, you know? Like, be interested in other people, what they have to say, what they think, what they're into and stuff like that. Be more open in that way. How can I be a service to you? Instead of, how can you be a service to me? It's giving like very like traditional, honestly, like I'm Hispanic, and it's giving like my wife needs to feed me, do this, do that, do that. How can she help me? And I'm just gonna provide her with money in the house. No. That could, like, you could have that to an extent, or if that's like your lifestyle, that's fine if you want that. Personally, I don't say I like that, but it's more like there's a balance with that. Like, I don't mind working in my feminine qualities as long as my man is also in his masculine energy, but also able to be in the energy that I'm telling you, you know? Or it's kind of like being able to come back and like ask me how I'm doing, to be there for me emotionally, not run away when I'm crying, or like tell me to stop crying and stop, like, to tell me I'm to stop, to be a man or something like that, you know, like tough it out or whatever. It's like sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes we need to cry it out. Sometimes we need to do that, you know? So be more of a service to people, like offer help to people. Do things just because you want to be nice, you know? It doesn't need to, like, it doesn't need to benefit you. Everything that you do doesn't always need to benefit you. And that comes from like a selfish mindset, a selfish place, a selfish level. I'm feeling like the energy that I'm feeling right now is kind of like anger, but also kind of feeling like, not guilt, but like when someone putting their head down, like, damn, I've been acting that way, you know? Don't take this as a loss. Don't take this as like anything bad. Like, take this as like, you're the fucking warrior, dude. You're the warrior. How are you gonna rise up from this? Instead of like putting yourself down in the dumps and like thinking this is negative. Yeah, you're being faced with this truth right now. But how can you make this, how can you transmute this? How can you transform this low energy into something high? How can you put this anger into something better? Start working out. Start helping people. Start putting this energy into something useful. Use this energy, all this hate, all this anger, all this guilt, whatever you're feeling. Put it into yourself to work on yourself, to heal yourself. One day you're gonna be mad and you're just gonna be like, no, like I don't want to feel, or like I don't want to be stuck in this energy. What can I do? Like, there's not like I it's so hard for me to like tell you guys like what to do, and you kind of just have to like just start doing it and just start getting the hang of it, so that you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You guys are experiencers. You guys need to do the damn thing. Some people could talk the talk, but you do the damn thing. And sometimes you could just be a talker too, and it's like, wait, have you done that? You know? So kind of like, just start doing that. Start helping. Start seeing this. Start talking to people around you and be like, hey, what are my shadows? What are the things that you don't like about me that I do? The things that I say, the things that I come off. How do I come off? You know? But don't take it personal, because everyone's going to have a different point of view. We're at 30 minutes, about to be 31. Like, experiment with this. And I knew it was going to be the warrior card because this card is bent, and so I already know. So I heard like, you got me bent, you got me fucked up, or something like that. That's what I'm hearing. But like, I'm mostly hearing like wounded warrior. To become a better person, you have to know this side of yourself. And self-sacrifice for conquering the ego and gaining control of the inner realm. Build yourself up in the inside. If you need more help regarding that, email me, DM me. My email is in the description box, and my socials are in the description box. If you really want more help regarding this, look it up. There's Internet is free. Google is free. Look that shit up. Read books. Watch YouTube videos. Hit me up if you really needed to know about this, you know? Yeah, and it kind of gives like the energy where it's just like you could be very competitive, maybe making people feel bad just so that you can make yourself feel better, or be like, yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that, yeah, I don't want to listen to it because I already know that. Like, no, don't do that. That is I don't mean to be rude, but it's like, that's kind of ugly. That's ugly. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're already brave. You're already naturally brave. You're already naturally strong. So you don't need things outside of you. You don't need to have a whole ass posse or things outside of you to make you feel that way or to validate that. If you were all by yourself, you're the only one that could validate that for yourself. So do that for yourself. Before I end the reading, I want to pull out some affirmations to maybe just to help you, you know. Maybe even look up affirmations that can help you. Look up like affirmations for divine masculine energy, or affirmations to heal your ego. Okay. So we have blue, the throat chakra. So this is truth right here. I am connected to my inner guidance. I am a timeless, eternal being connected to the wisdom of the universe. I see connections and the deeper truth. I'm going to leave this up so that you guys can actually read this. Maybe you guys can say these affirmations. And so I said this is like blue for the throat chakra, but this is the third eye symbol, and there's eyes all around. Eyes all around. So yeah, I would definitely connect with other people, talk to other people, and be like, hey, like, what do you think about me? What do you see in me? Try not to take it personal. And if you do, that says something about you, not that person, about you. But don't ask too many people, because I don't want you to be drowned in other people's opinions about yourself, you know? Just ask like maybe 2-3 people. 2 to 3 different people that you know. So a family member, your partner, or your coworker, and maybe even a parent or something like that, you know. But it's getting like once you do this, you're gonna be able to tap into deeper wisdom. The third eye is all about like intuition and deeper knowledge. Oh my gosh, my literally right here is like starting to hurt. It's like I'm cracking. It's like I would see like someone grabbing a hammer and it's like cracking. Your third eye, you need to let your third eye open. It's calcified right now. It's closed. Oh my gosh, this is like making me happy, because like you guys needed to hear this. And again, whoever is listening to this message all the way in, we're 35 minutes in. I don't know how much longer this is gonna go, but like if you listen to this so far, 35 minutes, like, thank you. Be proud of yourself. Be happy, because you're on the journey to healing. And I'm so proud of you. I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps like right here, like, which is weird, but I'm so happy for you. And be proud of yourself, because you're about to embark on this journey. I literally see like a man on a big ass ship, and he's like this with like I don't know, something right here, and he's just like embarking on a journey. So I don't know if you're about to start your spiritual journey, you're gonna start a new journey, and this could be like a new job or something too, or just maybe having a better view on life now because of this video, you know. I'm not trying to give myself so much credit for it, but I'm giving you the advice, I'm giving you the awareness. Now it's time for you to make that change. Now it's time for you to make that change, God. I don't know why I said that. Don't get all like with the big head and stuff, but we all have God's energy in us. We're all meant to create. We all have that divine energy with us. So get ready to tap into that energy. It might not happen. It's not going to happen tomorrow. You're not going to gain infinite control and self-awareness tomorrow. It's a process. So keep watching my channel. Keep tuning into my channel and keep watching my videos to learn more, to learn more and to know more about yourself, about the world, and about other people. Because you're starting a journey from watching this video. This is the beginning of something new, and I'm so proud of you. I love you guys, and I'm sending you so much love, healing, and light. Please, 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 please keep going. Keep going. And I'm so proud of you. Bye, pal number 1. That was kind of giving like the end of like a hero movie or something like that. I just had to like, I like this ending though. Pal number 3. But yeah, that's funny. Play like the superhero music in the background. Hey, pile number 2. If you chose the lapis lazuli, then this is your pile. Okay, I do want to let you guys know that pile number 1 was a lot. So I'm trying to just like, I feel like catch my breath. So if I seem like a little off or something like that, or like slow to start, like that's why I'm just like, like I don't say I was getting it in with pile number 1, but like I was, yeah, pile 1 was a lot. So someone might have a push to start car. You might push like you might have a button for your car. I'm hearing Lupe Fiasco too for some reason. Kick, push, and roll. Da 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 da. LOL. It's kind of giving like a skater vibe, alternative vibe for this reading, this pile. Like 2000s Y2K type of look, people, or something like that. But yeah. So I have some pre-shuffled cards. I have some more right here. But yeah, like I said, I'm feeling like a little from the last pile. But I chose 3 decks to choose a card from each one. I have an archetype card, I have tarot, and I have a shadow cards. So today we're going to be talking about your shadow side. Who is your shadow side? What does that represent? What is in your shadow side? You know, how deep does your shadow side go? Where does it stem from? You know, right here where I'm looking at, where I have the cards placed, there is like a line like dividing the two. There's like I'm using like kind of like a desk thing. It's not a desk, but like it has wheels, so I move it around and stuff. But there's like literally a line, not a straight line, it's like curved like that, but a line straight down. I don't know, something about division or divide. If you've always felt different, or maybe you could see, maybe you are familiar with your shadow side, or you know like your toxic traits, or you might know your toxic traits, or you're definitely aware of not the good aspects of yourself, your insecurities and stuff like that. How are you guys feeling today? You know, LOL. You guys might have like a dark mindset, or you guys like watching dark shows, movies, like movies about like murders or something like that. I'm getting like a specific person in mind right now, but I'm not gonna say your name, just because we are talking about the shadow side, so I don't want to make anyone feel like, I don't want to say left out. You might have like felt left out, or like an outsider as a kid or something like that, or growing up, or still, you know, you might feel like an outsider. But I don't want to like call out anyone specifically, especially on a reading like this, like where it could be potentially triggering, you know. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm not gonna say your name. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go into the reading. Anything else, Spirit, before I move forward? No. I mean, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I guess I did, but yeah. I Okay, this card is so cute. So I kind of felt like I was kind of picking up on that too, where it was just kind of like a kid. Sometimes a kid doesn't know like what is good and what is bad. They don't know what is right from what is wrong, you know. And I was kind of getting that, where it's like you kind of might see like what is good and what is bad, or you might see like the good in life but also the bad in life. So you have definitely some type of understanding of that, you know. So we have child, external, light attributes, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Okay, so immediately with this one, I love the picture. Look at the picture. It's so cute. Like, you're a child at heart. You're a child at heart. You might be like, I think that's why I was getting very like Y2K vibes and stuff like that. Like, you might still like to watch cartoons. You might still like to watch like Disney movies. You might like to do like things that you used to do as a kid, or like even eat your favorite childhood like snacks, foods. You might like do your hairstyles. And that's kind of funny that was like brought up, because I thought I had my glasses. Because y'all see my makeup? It's really cute. I cut my hair just literally 2 days ago from when I recorded this. So yeah, when I'm recording this, and I haven't had bangs. So the idea that I had wasn't this at all. Like, the way that I cut my hair, this is not what I pictured to look like, but I didn't know what to picture though either. It was more like words, like I want this and I want that, I want this, and it kind of just ended up looking like this. And my sister, she cuts my hair, and she ended up cutting my bangs shorter than I think I wanted. I don't even know how short I wanted them, or I don't know how long I wanted them, you know. And I haven't had bangs since I was a kid, so I'm like, when I first saw myself, it felt weird. And then on top of that, like, I felt like I was wearing a wig. Like, I had to adjust to this hairstyle, you know. So I don't know if you guys have bangs. I don't know if you guys kind of have like an alternative or gothic look to you. Maybe you guys might still look the same from when you were younger or something like that, you know. Like, your facial, like the way that you look physically hasn't changed. You might be short. You might be short and or petite. But okay, so the one thing that I was getting with this, like how you might still feel like a kid or whatever, or you have like, you're connected with your inner child or something like that, is that you could potentially be codependent, which means you might have to be around friends often. You have to have a social life or something like that, or you're like really connected with your partner or something like that. You always have to have someone around you or something like that. Like, you can never really truly be alone for too long. This could also do like with pets. Like, you always have to have something or someone around you, or I don't know, something about not feeling alone. So I don't know if that could also just stem from like feeling like abandoned as a kid or something like that, or just feeling like an outsider. So it's like, I can't feel like an outsider if I have my partner with me all the time. I can't feel like an outsider if I always am around my friends. I can't feel like an outsider, or I feel like different or alone if I have my dog or cat with me and stuff like that, you know. It could just literally stem from that. Like, maybe like you could have been like the only child, or you're like the oldest child, or you're the youngest child. Or you could have been in a family where like the age differences are like there's like an age difference, like your oldest sibling could be like way older than you, like 5 to 10 years older than you. Like, my oldest sibling, she's 9 years older than me, you know. Something like that, you know. There's like big age gaps between like when your parents had you and your siblings, you know, something like that. So it kind of felt like you were alone growing up, or you just didn't really have anyone your age. You maybe didn't hang out with people your age. You could have hung out with people older than you or younger than you. You could have hung out with like your older siblings or their friends or your cousins, something like whoever was around at that time, you know. So you could be slightly, I'm getting you could be codependent, you know. 3 of Swords as your tarot card. Dang, we're at 9 minutes. This shit went by so fast. I heard someone say this is like their favorite card. I don't know why or something like that. The 3 of Swords does represent some type of betrayal. It represents some type of heartache. But the other side of it is kind of like healing and forgiveness. So I don't know if like people have done you wrong, or if a lot of people have hurt you without them even knowing, or, you know, like people have hurt you. You've maybe like been backstabbed, or just like, I don't want to invalidate your experiences, but like sometimes like maybe someone like did something, like let's just say someone took your let's just say like there's 2 pieces of pie left, and someone took the slice that you wanted to take, and like that like broke your heart or something like that, or someone ate your food from the fridge or something like that, and like it like broke your heart. It's just like, bro, like why, you know, like you wanted that. And like just something as simple as that, like you're able to be sensitive about stuff like that, you know. Just don't be holding grudges because of that shit, you know. You might be holding like grudges from like elementary school, middle school, high school or something like that, you know. Like I remember Becky. Yeah, I don't like Becky because she fucking took my red crayon when something like that, you know, like some dumb shit. Like, I don't want to say dumb shit because you guys might talk like that, where it's like you could try to like even invalidate your own feelings or invalidate your own experiences, where it's just like, I don't know why I cry, like that shit's dumb to cry about or something like that. Like, no, it's okay to feel that way. Like you felt that way for a reason, so let yourself feel that way. And the reason why I brought up the food thing the other day is because my dad had bought me some wings. It was already late in the night. So I was like, I don't want to eat too many. So I only ate a couple. So I still had enough to eat the next day. And mind you this, we didn't have any more. We didn't have groceries at that time. So I was like, this is the food I'm going to eat tomorrow, you know? The next day, that shit is gone. That shit is gone. My heart, I'm fucking distraught, bro. Like, I am distraught. And wings are my favorite food. So someone ate my favorite food. Someone ate my food and we don't have nothing else to eat. I was not going to go to the store and go get something, because no, I was not going to do that. And so I was upset about it. And then later that day, like I ended up being upset about something else. And then later that night, I'm like, bro, why do I feel this way? And it's like, part of it was because I'm still upset about my fucking wings. Who ate my wings? And I didn't ask too many people in my household, but I'm like, the people that were there, I'm like, who ate it? There was not a lot of people who could have ate it, and no one was like confessing that they ate it, you know. So that made me upset, and so that's why I'm like, that's why bringing up that now. Like, if you got upset for something that you think is stupid or small or doesn't have a lot of meaning, like, no, those are still valid, you know. Just like someone who ate my wings, like I'm upset. Like you can kind of see how I'm upset a little bit still now, because I'm like, especially wings, like. I do not fuck with someone eating with my wings. Like, I love wings. Like, don't play with it. Like, no, those are valid. It's okay to be upset about the way that your man had a certain tone with you. It's okay to be upset about your friend disregarding like something that you said, or like even dissing your favorite artist, or like dissing someone in your family or something like that. Like, no, you have the right to. Okay, so I'm flipping over the shadow cards, but this one is Shadow Work Oracle deck. So this is like the actual deck card. But with this, I'm getting that it's time to do some shadow work. So I think you know about the shadow, and I think you know about like I said, your toxic side or like your insecurities and all that. But now it's time to go deeper within yourself. It's time to kind of like understand yourself on a deeper level now. My ear started ringing ever so slightly, but it started ringing. I'm hearing like the dark feminine. That's what I'm hearing right now. You could be a Cancer or have a Cancer moon, or you could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio in your chart. I'm hearing Aquarius and Capricorn, Virgo, Aries, Sagittarius. That's what I'm getting right now. You don't have to be those signs. You could just be embodying those signs, or those are just signs I'm picking up. Very quickly, I just got Libra too. Especially if those are any of your zodiac signs, this is for you, I want to say. It's time to dig deeper within yourself. It's time to go back into the darkness, so to speak. But once you get out of that darkness and you hit the light, you're going to understand yourself on a deeper level. You're going to understand the world on a deeper level. You're going to be able to connect and communicate with people in a different way. It's like you're about to open a door to like the darkness, or you're... So I'm kind of actually getting that you might be going your next path in life, whether you do this voluntarily or or this is just like, I don't want to say a warning, but maybe like this might be I can't get the right words. This, and like I feel like a lump in my throat. So this might be true for somebody, that you could voluntarily be going into the darkness out of your own being, you know, out of your own choice. But I'm also really getting that the universe, God, whatever you believe in, I think wants me to let you know that you're about to step into this. That you're going to go into the darkness. So, okay. Take what resonates. I don't mean to scare anybody. This is not, it can be scary. It could feel scary, but I promise you, when you get out of this darkness, you are going to be a stronger person. Mentally, physically, spiritually. You're meant to go through this so you can understand the light. So you can experience the light again. So you can experience the high in life again. And everyone goes through this. I literally have my eyes closed because you are about to embark on a journey of darkness. So you could have some experience. Oh, the light, like just like who? I think it might go faster than you think. I think when you're in like obviously struggle and stuff like that, it feels like forever. But I don't think you're gonna go on. I don't think this journey is gonna be too long. I don't want to invalidate that like it's gonna only be a week long or something like that. It might just be a year or a month or something like that. Or you literally might just go through an experience that isn't the best type of experience. But it was supposed to provoke you to go into your shadow side. I went through an experience last year that I'm still kind of dealing with now. And it brought up so many like negative emotions and thoughts and feelings. But a year now, looking back, I'm like, I'm grateful that experience happened. Because it taught me so much. It taught me how to work with my anxiety, how to better my anxiety, how to get rid of those feelings of guilt and shame and stuff like that. So I don't know if you guys are going to be going through feelings like that. I don't want to project nothing onto you. I don't wish that on you either. But if that's what's meant to happen, then that's what's meant to happen. But yes, like you could be going through a dark experience or a traumatic experience or just an experience that is supposed to highlight some type of darkness. And we are in October, aka spooky season. So low-key, it's kind of like, you know, the days are getting shorter, you know, and the nights are going to be longer. So this could just be lasting through like the fall, or it could last through the winter. It could just last up to the spring or the summer, you know. So this could last up to a season or more, you know. So I don't want to put a deadline, but I kind of see this not lasting for more than a year. I want to say for most people, but I can't really. It just, you have to work with it. You're going to learn how to work with your shadow. And the shadow, again, like how I said, like going through this experience helped me realize how bad my anxiety is and how much I let it control me. So I'm just using my own experience as an example to remind you that whatever negative traits, qualities, or whatever experiences or feelings that you have, you're going through this so that it could release out of you, so that you could have more control over yourself, more control over your life, you know? So there's a purpose, there's a reason for all this. Don't you worry. Because God, the universe, your angels, whatever you believe in, whatever you have faith in, is going to be there with you the whole time. It's just dark, so you can't see them. You can't see it. But you're going to make it out. I promise you. I got goosebumps on my cheek. The other shadow card is negativity. My ear rung a little bit. Let go of the pessimistic attitude. It's getting old. Well, I heard tea. Like, okay. So it might have to do with negative. I'm getting negative feelings and negative mindsets specifically right now. Think of something positive right now. Shift your thinking. I am guilty of thinking the worst possible case scenario. Literally. I'm thinking like, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna die. If I do this, this is gonna happen. They haven't called me in 5 hours. They're dead, or something bad happened to them. Their phone just died. You know, like, hold the phone. It's okay. Should I tell them the spirit? So I think some of you, a lot of you, are going to go through a negative experience. And this negative experience is meant to happen to bring up negative thoughts, old negative experiences, negative mindsets. Yeah, you could think the worst, but that's not going to make your situation any better. Whatever you're going to go through right now requires you to be positive, to think the best possible outcome, to have faith. That inner light within you, I don't know where you have your light at, but that's what's guiding you. That's what's going to guide you through this experience. You're going to have your own light. So just imagine a little, what is that called? You just have a lantern and you can only see what's in front of you. You can't see a year from now. You can't see a month from now. You could plan, but you can't see. But before you know it, the light is just gonna... So that's why I'm like, I feel like this might be like a quick experience. Or an experience that isn't like years long. It could be up to a year. But I'm getting like a month, a season, and or a year. That's what I'm getting here. And it's meant to bring up and release negative things, people, places, mindsets, all that, so that you don't have that in your body, in your soul anymore. I had to drink water, so make sure that you stay hydrated. Work with the water element, because water is naturally healing. Take more showers, connect with water, go swimming, take baths, spiritual baths and stuff like that. Connect with water. So I'm definitely getting like big on negative emotions, negative feelings, and negative mindsets. We're at 23 minutes. So yeah. Along with that is like when you do have like a negative mindset or a negative feeling, cancel it out with something positive and really try to believe in that. You're gonna have to face your own darkness right now. So you might make I'm not gonna give too many examples because again, these are examples. I'm not telling this is what's going to happen. It could, but these are just examples. But you could be dealing with your own failures. You could be dealing with your own mistakes at this time. You could be dealing with past people that you did wrong or they did you wrong. You could be experiencing places where, let's just say you're going back to let's just say you are at college and you're going back home and you know your home wasn't the best home to live at or something like that. So you could be going back to like a negative environment, a negative hometown or a negative home, a negative place where it reminds you of something that wasn't good, you know? That could also be something mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, you know? Those are just examples. So if they end up, whatever the examples I said and they end up resonating with you, let me know. But again, these are just examples. I'm not going to say that's going to happen. And these are general readings. So I'm channeling for multiple people. I'm not just channeling for you. I'm channeling for multiple people. So take what resonates, you know. I'm pulling out affirmation cards to reaffirm and maybe like to say these affirmations throughout your journey, you know. Can I have some affirmation cards for pile number 2, please? Affirmations for pile number 2, Spirit. Connect with your inner child at this time. Your inner child might be scared, or your inner child might feel unsafe. Be there for your inner child as well. If you could be your own parent for your inner child, what would you do? What would you say? How would you comfort them? Like, I'm big now. I'm here to protect you. Nothing's gonna hurt you because I'm not gonna let nothing hurt you. You know, something like that. That's just an example. I'm advancing, moving forward, and growing mentally, spiritually, creatively, financially, and in all other positive and perfect ways that elevate me. You're going through this for a purpose because you're ready to level up. I don't know if you've been asking for more money, if you've been wanting a better life, or something. Like, I kind of feel like some of you, not all of you, you kind of been like, I keep thinking I have my glasses on. You've been wanting a new beginning or something like that. And in order for you to have a new beginning, you kind of have to go through a low, or you have to kind of have to go to an experience that's going to challenge you to truly get to where you want to go. But this is the affirmation. And I have this affirmation written on a piece of paper on my wall because this is one of my favorite affirmations. You are leveling up. When you get out of this phase or this experience, I promise you, I pinky promise your inner child that you're going to become such a better person. You're going to become such a stronger person. You're going to be a different person. And this is happening for a reason. I promise you. This is the light side coming out now. Like, literally, you see like the sparks coming up and stuff like that. You're leveling up. You're getting rid of the old so that you can get some new energy towards you. So you can get rid of the old money so you can get some new money. I'm hearing bad and bougie. So y'all are done living, like, y'all don't want to be poor no more. Y'all are done living at your parents' house. You guys are done making $30K a year. You guys are done, like, settling for less. Like, the universe is showing up for you. And I don't want to say unfortunately, but you're going to have to go through this dark side to get to a higher level, to get to the better side of life and stuff like that. I want to say this one more time and say it with me. I am advancing, moving forward, and growing mentally, spiritually, creatively, financially, and in all other positive and perfect ways that elevate me. And say it just like that, with so much power and so much reinforcement. With everything you got, say this affirmation. When you are in a negative mindset or when you are feeling negative feelings, say this affirmation. Write this shit down and put it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day so that you cannot miss saying this affirmation, because you are elevating. And, you know, you're going to have to start from the bottom right here. before you head to the top. And we all go through that. So get ready. Put your big girl pants on, put your big shoes on, and get ready to deal with some shit. Because once you're over with this, you're going to be shining, baby. You're going to be a new person. And you're going to be where you want to be at. Sending so much love, so much healing, so much light. Pile number 2. Sending you so much light, so much healing, so much love. And I wish the best for your journey. Because you're going to make it out. You're going to do the damn thing. And I'm so proud of you already. I'm already proud of you. I'm already proud of you. I'm already proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Love you guys. See you in the next reading. Hey, pile number 3. If you chose the labradorite, then this is your pile. I love how that bitch shines. Look at it. Look at it. Look how she shines. I love it. Or reflects back, you know? I love it. Okay. So, interesting readings. Interesting pile so far. About the shadow side. Did any of you guys feel connected to any other piles besides this one? You know, let me know. I want to know. But yes, I am getting exactly what I wanted from these readings. You know, sometimes the truth hurts, but when you finally get over that hurt, when you finally get over yourself, and you're just kind of like, you know what? What are you gonna do at this point? Are you gonna keep letting yourself be hurt, or what are you gonna do? Rise up, bitch. You're gonna rise up. So yeah, it's just very empowering, you know, because I didn't really have no one like this to tell me like about my shadow side and stuff like that. I had to learn this myself. I think I've gotten like little, like, I don't say hints here and there and stuff like that. I guess so. But I did, you know, like, I learned how to heal myself. And I'm still learning how to work with my shadow side. And I'm consciously, my intention this month is like to consciously work with my shadow side. Like, we a team. In a cut with my bestie. Like, my shadow is my bestie. You know? It's here to tell me, like, it's here to tell me what's up. You know? Y'all might have like a nasty attitude, or you guys could have like a snarky attitude or a bitchy attitude if you really wanted to. Because there is like something like that I was saying in my head, but I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. So yeah, pile number 3. This is your reading on your shadow side. Who is your shadow side? What is it? You know. I'm just like, I was like really in pile number 1 and pile number 2's like energy. Like, I was in it. So I'm excited to know what is gonna happen with you guys, you know. So I have 3 decks. I feel like I look cross-eyed. I don't have my glasses, so, you know, I can't really see. But y'all, you guys like my makeup? Try to do like a dark light thing type thing. Yeah, so yeah, so I had 3 decks and I choose a card from each pile. You guys are the only pile that got 1 of each, because the other one, pile number 1 got 2 tarot cards, pile number 2 got 2 shadow cards. You guys got 1 of each. So you guys are balanced in some way, shape, or form. Or you guys know how to work with your shadow side or something like that. You guys are aware that there's a shadow side. Maybe you know your insecurities and your toxic traits and all that, and maybe you are like currently working on them, or you're always working on them, or, you know, I could see you like kind of like actively trying to heal yourself. You could be spiritual, you don't have to. I'm hearing Aries and Capricorn right now. But I have an archetype card, I have tarot, and I have a shadow card. So we're going to start with the archetype. Liberator. Light attributes. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. You're the healer. Oh, I looked really cute when I just said that. Releasing negative thought patterns. Shadow attributes. Imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. Ignoring legitimate constraints. Imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate. Ignoring legitimate constraints. I don't know why that sounds like... Is that supposed to resonate or no? A little bit. Okay. So I definitely do feel like this pile is like a high vibrational being. You're in high vibrational energy. Like I said, you're a healer. So I think you had to go through your own darkness to help other people. Or you get that like everyone has a light and dark side, because no one's perfect. Everyone has a dark side. Everyone has like negative traits, Since we're talking about negative traits, I'm just like, oh, I know that I'm not good at this. I know that I don't communicate well. I suck at talking about my emotions. I suck at reinforcing or validating people's thoughts, feelings, and all that, or something like that, but I'm trying to do better. If the situation comes up, like, I try to practice it. Sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I'm not, like, you try. The 9 or the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're growing. You understand growth, or you understand that this is a process. Codependency. That's crazy. Let me know if you did feel called to another pile. But literally I was talking about codependency in pile number 2. So if you felt called to pile number 2, that could have been like a past energy, or this energy could be like coinciding with each other. Codependency. What did I just say? Codependency. This is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more self-love. So I don't know if you guys are in a friendship. I don't know if you guys are in a relationship. I meant to say that. I meant to say relationship first, but friendship came out first. So I don't know if you're like friends with someone and you just been hanging out with them too much, or like you guys were friends first and then in a relationship. Maybe you put your partner or your friends or other people before you or something like that. That could be like a habit that you have, or a pattern that's like sometimes you put your loved ones before you and sometimes you need to put yourself first. Or maybe you're in a time in your life right now where you're giving them too much attention. You're giving them too much love. And it's like kind of leaving you empty or drained. And or they need to work their own, like, yeah, you're the healer or whatever, but they need to work on it themselves. They need to work on themselves. You can't heal everything. Like how I'm a channeler, I'm a healer, but I can't go in your body and heal it for you. I can help you, I can help induce or channel or give you advice on how to heal yourself, but I can't do that for you. The same thing with me. Like, the only person who was able to heal my own darkness was me. My mom couldn't come and be with me every single day and hold my hand and be like, okay, we're going to the darkness. You ready? I'm gonna do it for you. No, you can't. It's not like serving a cup of juice to a kid. Like, no, like you have to do it yourself. I have to pour my own cup of juice, So, so if you are kind of over giving, over loving, giving too much attention, effort, energy, whatever to someone else, at this time, it's time for you to take back your energy, because it's time for you to kind of focus on your own self, or, like they have to deal with their own. Like, you could be a support system. You could be there for them when they really need it the most or whatever. But at the end of the day, they need to work through it. So you could kind of be giving too much power to someone, or giving too much of your power to someone or something. where it's kind of actually like draining you, or it's kind of taking a lot too much of your time and energy, you know. Liberator, so it's kind of like free yourself from this person. This could be an ex too, you know. I wanted to read the card from the book. Liberator. These could even be your own kids, you know. I'm like, fuck those damn kids. No, like, if you are a mother or a father, or you have kids, or you have to take care of kids, let them know, like, you know, like, I have to take care of myself right now. I want to give you love right now, but I can't. I have to give myself some more love. So please give me room and space to give myself love, you know? I feel like I'm looking at myself in the camera, but I feel like I'm cross-eyed. I don't know if it's like the bangs, or it's just because I don't have my glasses, so I'm not seeing things right, you know? It's probably me then. But yeah, just something like that. Like, explain to your kids that, you know, like right now, mommy, daddy needs time to relax, needs time to herself, to myself. And I need you to can you just be quiet for a little bit? Can you just leave me alone for a little bit? I promise you I'm going to spend time with you. I'm going to talk to you after, but I need time to myself. Something like that. So that your kids don't feel like, oh, my mom or dad hates me or something like that. No, like, and then this is like, you're also kind of like teaching by example. Like, your kids are going to understand, like, oh, if it's okay, if mommy could take a break, then I could take a break. So then they're going to want to, like, that's showing them that they're allowed to take breaks, or they're allowed to, like, be selfish or have time for themselves, you know. Oh, that like lit up my heart, you know. That was cute. I like that. So again, a healer. So you like, when you heal yourself, you heal other people, you know. Liberator helps to liberate us from the self-inflicted tyranny of negative thought patterns and beliefs, spiritual sluggishness, poor nutrition, destructive relationships, or addictive behavior. So I'm getting, you guys are the overthinkers. You guys have like a lot of anxiety or something like that. You guys are always worried about someone else or something else. Oh, like, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta do this. I gotta pick them up and I gotta do, you know. So that I could see how that takes a lot of energy, you know. I think sometimes being worried about other people, like, leaves less room for you for multiple things. So, like, you might skip skincare because your baby's crying, or you might not have the best diet because you are cooking food for your kids, or you're cooking food, or you promised someone that you were going to do something, so that ended up leaving you with not being able to cook yourself like a healthy meal, or a home cooked meal, instead of getting something out like McDonald's or some fast food place, you know. So that also takes your money, and then sometimes that's not always like the healthiest option, you know. So and then destructive relationships or addictive behavior. So it could just be like, you might be like a clingy person or something like that, or you always got to check up on your partner, or I'm getting like anxious attachment style. So it's kind of like you're always focused on, like, okay, what do they need? What do they need? What do they need? But it's like, what do you need right now? They're good right now, especially if they're not coming to you for help. Like, yeah, I'm getting like big provider energy right now. So it's like, how can you provide for yourself right now at this time, you know? Or even like over giving. Like, when are you going to give to yourself? Invaluable ally in freeing us from old entrenched beliefs and attitudes. You don't have to be a charismatic leader to have this archetype. Shadow liberator manifests in corporate, political, religious, and spiritual leaders who impose their own tyranny over others. Okay, so before I move on, there's one more little paragraph left, but part of this too is like, maybe you even question, like, when do I get a break? When are people going to care about me? When are people going to do this? When do I get my break? Just like stuff like that. Like when is life going to stop being so hard or something like that? It's all up to you. You are like, literally, the reason why you're like questioning that, if that resonates with you, is because like you are like not giving yourself a break. You're not giving yourself love. You're not giving yourself attention. You're not giving to your needs and wants. You're literally ignoring yourself. And so they're like, your soul, those thoughts, those feelings are telling you what you need. You're like, you're wanting something else from other people because they're giving so much energy out, but then you're not getting that back, or you're not getting the equal amount. It's because you're not filling up your own cup at this time. Ask whether you have a lifelong pattern of helping to free others from injustices, adverse economic or social conditions, or simply from their misconceptions. So I'm getting like, people are always asking you for money, or people are always asking you for a ride, or people are always asking you for favors. People are always asking you for help. But then like, one, have you asked someone else for help? So that's the one thing. Like, that could be a toxic trait where it's like, you don't like to ask for help. You like to give help, but you don't like to ask for help. But also, the other thing is kind of like, it's okay to say no. Especially when it comes down to like loved ones. So family, friends, your partner. Telling your husband, or telling your wife, or telling your kids, telling your sister, telling your brother, telling your cousins, telling your boyfriend, your girlfriend, like, I'm sorry, I can't do that today. I am tired. I am busy. I am stressed. I can't do that. I am so sorry. I can't be there for you right now. But I have to worry about me right now. You know? Like, really putting down that boundary. So, honestly, too, like a boundary. You might be, like, really overworking, or you have, like, a lot of things to do. And, like, that's just, like, other people's problems, other people's stresses, other people's burdens, other people's situations, people, places, things are coming to you, and that's adding more weight to you, and you can't do that, you know. That's only hurting you. And lover is right next to it. So it's just like you do this out of the kindness of your heart, but then it's also kind of like, give that love back to yourself. So take back some of your love. Take back some of your energy, because you need that at this time. Anything else, Spirit? So yeah, you guys are so maybe that's kind of like a hard truth to kind of swallow right now, because you kind of been on a roll of like taking care of people, and you kind of have to, you know. But right now you're giving too much. You're giving too much of your own self. You're giving too much of your own love. You're giving too much of your own energy. Giving too much of your own attention to other people that are not you, and you need that right now. You need that right now. That's literally draining you. That's literally draining your own energy. That's draining your self-esteem. That's draining you to the point where, like, it's draining your positivity. It's draining your light. So at this time, like, you need to gain more light. You need to, like, recharge your light. You know, when you, like, we're quick to charge our phones, you know, but we're not quick enough to charge our own selves. Like, if you know your phone's about to die, then why, like, you're gonna put it on the charger, you know? Like, the same thing with you. Like, if you're, like, low on energy, why are you still running on fucking E for? You know? I'm sorry, I can't make it out tonight because I am tired. I want to be there for you, but I can't be there for you if I'm not there for myself. We can reschedule. We can go out another time. I can make it up to you, or just understand that, like, I can't. I'm tired. Especially if you have kids, or you have a lot of responsibilities, or you have, like, a lot of work to do. Like, if that other person wants to get upset, then, like, that's them. But you have to worry about yourself first. Otherwise, if you give, like, you're going to run yourself dry, and you could potentially even make yourself sick. I don't know if you guys are already feeling sick, either mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. If you notice that you're having more anxiety, more stress, that's another sign. Don't overwork yourself, or even, like, burn out. You don't want that, because you could have prevented that, you know? So kind of take your time relaxing, but also take time to charge. Remember to always take some time to recharge, at least an hour. everyone has at least an hour to spare. Even if you have kids, like, put your kids to bed early 1 or 2 times a week so that you can have an extra hour or 2 to yourself. Oh my gosh, I want to cry right now. Like, put them to bed early so that you could have that time for yourself. They're gonna be okay. That one time that you don't end up going to a party, that one time that you end up not going out or being there for a friend or something, they'll understand. Because you need that. You need that. And they love you too and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, you have to love yourself first. They can give you all the time and money and energy, but if you're not there for yourself first, like it's not gonna be enough. Like, you have to fuel yourself from the inside. And then, you know, like, because other people can love you. So I don't know if you've had a history of, like, having to be, like, the middleman for your family or for your parents. I don't know if your parents been in a divorce or something like that. I'm like hearing, like, what am I getting? Like, I don't know if you're the oldest too, where you're gonna have to deal with everyone's bullshit or something like that, or you had to be like the second or third parent to your siblings because you were the oldest child, so you had to also take care of them too, you know? Like, you couldn't go out sometimes because you had to take care of them. I'm also getting, like, I'm like, what am I getting? Like, I keep hearing that, what am I getting? So maybe think about that too. Like, what am I getting from these people that you are helping? Because maybe some of you are helping people that are not even helping you at all. You know? What else? Spirit. We're at 21 minutes. But I feel like there's a little bit left that needs to be said, though. I have affirmation cards for you guys. But there's like a couple drops of, like, truth that I need to let out. Maybe one more drop. I don't know if you're playing games with someone. I don't know if you're fighting with someone at this time or something, but it's like, what is that benefiting you? You know, how is that, you being in that situation or something, how is that, like, bettering you? You know, if anything, it's like making you worse. Or it's like draining you. And I think someone was supposed to hear this, because I don't know, like, I'm seeing, like, the dark blue in here. It's just like, fuck, bro, like, I had to hear that or something like that. I just heard, like, girlfriend. So, like, I don't know if your girlfriend has been going through a lot, or your partner, or whoever this person is, like, they've been going through a lot and they require a lot of you. And it's just like, I love you, but, like, I can't do that today. You know, kind of just tell them, like, what you're going through. You don't explain yourself too much, but just let them know, like, I want to be there for you, but right now, like, I need to rest. I need to be there for my own self, you know? So maybe that's what it was. Anything else, Spirit? I am so hungry right now. I woke up hungry, but I fast in the mornings. So I'm like, I'm ready to eat. I don't even know what I'm going to eat. I'm so upset. I don't even know what I'm going to eat because we don't really have a lot of groceries. It's like we got eggs, but we don't got, like, bread. We got, like, sandwich meat, but then we don't have bread. You know, something like that, you know. I think I do have food. I get creative in the kitchen. I'm about to have a peanut mayonnaise sandwich with banana. Nah, I'll just like that. Not like that. That's nasty. But, like, something like that. Like, I'll mix a bunch of ingredients together and end up making something for myself when I don't have no groceries or food. So maybe you guys are in that situation. You guys need to go grocery shopping. Or, like, do laundry and stuff like that, you know. See, like, you're giving so much energy where it's like you can't even do the little things at this point because, like, this person, place, or thing is, like, taking up too much energy. Or you're just giving so much energy where you just don't have enough energy to even do the small things, you know. So fuck, yeah. Get on top of that, please. Okay, affirmation cards. I think that's it. Affirmation cards for pile number 3, Spirit. Please, please, please. I'm going to do these two. So we have... Oh, you guys got 3! Okay, I'll do the 3. I radiate joy and positivity. My aura shines bright. I seek opportunities that are for my highest good. This is the solar plexus. You guys might have a lot of energy, but that doesn't mean you need to use all your energy, you know? I let go of all insecurities and fears. I only speak kind words to myself. My thoughts and words form my life. I am fearless when it comes to expressing my needs and feelings. My emotions tell me what I need. I acknowledge my feelings and give them ample room to be expressed. You guys could just be overwhelmed too because you guys are not giving your guys self that self-reflection or that meditation or that extra time to yourself to like really think about like, what am I feeling? What do I need? Like, you've been so busy that you don't even know, you know? So that card was perfect. I'm gonna put it up one more time for y'all. Make sure y'all screenshot that. Write this down. Put it in front of you. I stand up for myself. I express myself creatively and freely. I am safe to express my authentic self to the world. Hell yeah. So definitely solar plexus and throat chakra. So you guys might not even like to say no to people, you know. Also, when I read the last one, I was getting like a work situation where it was kind of like they always ask you to stay overtime or, oh, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? And it's like, no, like, I want to go home. I want to clock out now. I was supposed to clock out an hour ago and I'm still here. Like, why? You know, like, no, fuck that. Like, even if it's like the boss, like, no, like, I get off at 3. Why am I here at 5? No, I'm leaving. No. I've been staying at work after hours 4 days now. Why do I need to stay another day? Like, no, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go rest. So I'm getting a work situation now, ending the reading. But yeah. So I think this is your reading pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was definitely less intense than the other readings. But let me know if you ended up choosing another reading, you know. But yes, so at this time, you need to love yourself. Your shadow side is like, it's trying to speak to you. That's what it is. It's like, girl, you're giving way too much energy, right? Like, your intuition's trying to talk to you at this time. So yeah, I'm sending so much love, so much healing, so much light to you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, you know. Sending so much love, all right? Love you guys. Bye, pile number 3.